Do you have the ability to live stream?
Me?
Yeah.
Um,
Either Twitch or
like,
YouTube?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then 3 very important questions. Do you have available to you the standard M4A1?
Yeah.
And do you have under your tops, it's simply called the Army Jacket?
I should. Let me just double check. If I can't, I can always just quickly get it. You said army jacket?
Yes.
I apparently do not, so I didn't have it. Which one is? What does it look like?
It's
Can I buy it or?
no, it's something we have to go get. It's literally just called Army Jacket. If you don't have it, we can take you to get it. It's simple. And do
No,
you
it doesn't
have...
look like I have it.
Alright, do you have under your night vision the ATN PVS 15 or something to that effect?
PS15 ATN.
That's it.
The duals?
Yes. Do you have
No.
access to
I
those?
have the quads, I don't have the duals. That's my
Okay.
only night visions I have never gotten.
So we will take you to get them as part of your BCT.
Okay.
We used to just have you get them on your own, but we decided we'd stop throwing you guys to the wolves and we'd take you to get them.
Oh, that's fair.
Alright, so anything we do official starts right here at the table, and less specified otherwise in the assignment or op, everything will start at Air 1. At the table, your team lead will give you a rundown of what the assignment or op is. And in this case, we're doing a BCT, so what we're going to cover is how our server does crossroad coverage, mounting and dismounting of any vehicles, and some of the terminology and comms that we use just to make it a little easier when you start jumping in assignments and ops with the other guys.
Should I start broadcasting or recording this?
No, I'm broadcasting it. We just make sure, we ask if you can, because you get a little icon next to your name. Makes it easier for us to determine who can and can't.
Oh yeah, I can, so it's all good.
Plus, that'll actually help toward your first promotion.
Oh.
Oh wait, what? I wish I would have known that.
Yeah, it helps toward your first promotion. So, at the table, your team lead's going to assign you your number for the assignment or op. Remember that number. That will be your number the entire time. Usually it's between 1 to 4, depending on your position or what class you're playing. Right now, the only class you'll have available is Assault until you gain some certs. Now, in this case, Taters, you're going to be 1.
Roger.
Yukon, you're going to be 2, and I'll pull up the rear at 3. If you have any questions throughout this process, please ask. Do not wait until we're on an assignment to tell us you didn't understand something during the BCT, because it tends to annoy people.
I understand.
All right, unless you have any questions, stream is up. We're going to go ahead and get started. Taters, you're the Uber.
Roger that.
So, add on your own time. Head outside. 3's moving.
1's moving.
Make sure you call your number and let us know you're moving.
Oh, 2's moving.
So
I
when
was just
you're
about to say, I wonder what number
Yeah.
two's doing.
when you're doing movements, you go in sequential order. You don't move until the person or number ahead of you moves. If they're not moving, there may be a reason. They see something you don't, or something. So if they don't say they're moving, stay put. Now, if the team disappears, I've crossed, and they haven't said anything, you might want to say, hey, whatever the number in front of you is, you moving? Just to remind them. All right, go ahead and remove your suppressor. So depending on the branch that you join, basic rule is as soon as you cross Air 1, the suppressor comes off. Every branch will have its own rules. Right now, you'll be infantry division, so your rules are a little more lax. Once you get some time in the server, build up some certs, you'll have the ability to join a branch. And then I'll tell you, like I tell everybody else, make sure you play with as many people as you can to determine which branch best fits you. And we'll go into that later. So right now we've got a helicopter in front of us. So with the helicopters, it does require you to get a certification to fly it. And it's actually a pretty fun one, depending on how much you like evading missiles. At any given time, any vehicle, the driver, operator, pilot, whatever you want to call them, is always the first one in, last one out. So as soon as you hear the pilot get in, there is no number sequence for getting on the helo or in a vehicle. Just say your number, say you're in, or on, or something to let someone know that you're in the vehicle. If you're the last person in, you'll say 2 on, last man. If you're the last person off, 2 off, last man. The pilot or driver will not exit that vehicle until they hear last man both on and off. Alright, any questions so far?
No.
Alright, so, see this truck over here? You will have a basic driving license for completing BCT, but due to that gizmo on the roof, can't drive it. We've got certs for those. I think we're actually going to change that to where you can drive it, you just can't utilize the weapon unless you have the license.
Got it.
They're not super hard. Most of our courses simulate what you'll actually do in-game. So we've kind of streamlined it and made them make sense. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Alright, Uber if you would please.
Roger that. Followed in.
3's on.
2 on, last man.
Finally, someone picks it up on the first shot.
I know, right?
I used
God,
to
it's a fucking
do a
miracle.
lot of other milsim groups before my PC kind of broke, and I
Oh,
never
you
really
did
bothered to do
PC?
one. Yeah, it's on a Roblox game, Black Hawk Rescue Mission.
Ah.
I had my own faction and everything, but until we disbanded it because it became inactive after like 4 months.
That happens. It fluctuates with game releases. Like, our server was super active until they started releasing a fuck ton of games. And then everybody's playing their new games. So it dies off, then it comes back.
I'm gonna be real, I hope they make like a new like Ghost Recon, but like they make like bigger server sizes, so.
It'd be nice if they could do like they did with Insurgency with 8-man teams.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but in order for them to do that, they'd have to add in a lot more enemies and make it a little bit more difficult somehow.
Well, on our settings, it's going to be difficult regardless.
Oh, are you guys on PC or PlayStation?
No,
or
we're all.
Insurgency?
This is a PlayStation. Most of us are PlayStation. We're actually trying to figure out a way to kind of work it to where we can add that as a game on the server.
Oh, Insurgency is not bad. I'm in another group who does Insurgency.
We're
so.
just having an issue trying to figure out how we can get it to fit the milsim criteria. Just the way we operate it makes it kind of hard when you've got just random ass people running around.
Oh, I think more when how in the other groups that they do it, they more do the AIs, not the actual live people. So.
Can't you do like a private match though?
That's the thing, though. You can't.
But no, you do the AIs. So
Yeah.
even though you can't do it, it gives some control over how the game works.
Yeah, we're working on figuring it out because a bunch of us have been playing it, but I know the new Ghost Recon comes out, then we're gonna have to figure out how to work that with the server. But it's gonna be difficult because basically we're all starting out at 0.
Yeah, we could all grind up for maybe like 4 months and then 2-3 months.
Well, that's what we did in another server that I was in. We tried to add wildlands. So all the higher ups basically spent like 3 months running around in the game trying to gain all the weapons and shit.
To me, I don't really gain. I don't do all the side. I do all the main missions first, and then I'll start going off to side missions. Really, so.
We basically just flew around for 3 months collecting weapons and such.
So you only cared about gaining the XP to unlock the weapons, then to go find the weapons.
Well, we did the missions after we got the weapons, but it was kind of a requirement due to our courses and certifications that we rack up the weapons.
That's fair.
Because we needed to figure out how they all functioned and what attachments were available on what.
Do you think does Wildlands have more customization or no?
Some. I like the fact that you can suppress an LMG.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, the Stoner in Wildlands, you can put a suppressor on it.
Bad. I mean, at the same time, though, the Stoner is like a 5.56, so.
Well, in real life, they actually make suppressors for the LMGs. It's usually just the Special Forces guys that get it.
Yeah.
Other side of the creek. And Big Rock. That's a house.
Fuck this.
Go toward the
I
ping.
think as many times as I've done this, I know which fucking rock to land on.
Well, it doesn't help. Right there. That there's, nothing but giant rocks. So you're kind of familiar with the way mill sims work.
Sort of, just two off last minute.
We're gonna familiarize you with how ours works.
Oh,
helicopter.
Helo.
Down.
Fingers crossed, no Azraels, because that was weird. Okay, so what we're going to go over now is our formations. We have 2 main formations that we use. One is a column. The other is called a zigzag, zipper, staggered, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, my mom's calling me real quick.
Yep.
Second, she needs me.
I'm going to have to look up where the army jacket is, because I don't remember that one.
Give me 1 second. I can find it out for you real quick.
I've never had to take anyone to get it before.
Tops.
I know I put it in the TO chat. M4A1 army jacket is channels, I think. Nope. Lake Ann off Russell Hill. It's a behemoth between Lake Ann and Russell Hill.
Hey, yo, Recon, I actually do gotta go.
Alright, man.
Alright, well, at least I got y'all here.
Alright, later.
I'll smell you later, man.
a dumb question, but yeah.
Sorry, my mom's having back issues right now, so I'm the only one in the house to help her.
Oh, no worries. Real life always
we
comes
can-
first with this server.
Uh,
Our other guy
we
had to
can-
leave.
uh,
Right now, I'm
I'm
trying to
already
find
right now,
this
so.
friggin' army jacket location. You'll
Yeah,
be the
'cause the
first
thing is-
person. You'll be the first person I've had to take to get it.
The other thing is that because in another group I was in during the training, cause I got confused, stumbled in between helping my mom or getting this finished, 'cause I didn't know what they prioritized, and they started yelling at me like, "Go help your fucking mom and shit." So I was like, "Alright." So every single training I do, I always tell them, "Hold on, I got a family calling real quick."
Yeah, one thing with this server, real life always takes priority.
No, yeah,
We realize this is a game. We're not going to treat it like it's a job because you're not being paid to do it. So we don't have requirements for attendance or you must do this amount in this period of time. Get on when you can. Just every so often jump on Discord. Let us know you're still alive.
yeah,
That's about it. Okay. We'll work on that later. So column formation is simple. It's a straight line. You'll
Yeah.
line up behind the number before you. The number behind you will line up behind you. Zigzag or staggered, we usually use that for hallways inside buildings, roadways and tunnels, and it's real simple. 1 and 3 will shift to one side, 2 and 4 shifts to the other.
got it.
Obviously you keep spacing, that way the whole group doesn't get mowed down at once.
Yep.
Make sense?
Mhm.
Alright, so we've got a dirt path right here to our west. This will be our simulated road. So whenever you come up to a road, Azriel, get down.
Getting spotted.
God, this game can suck it. So you'll quickly learn that if weird shit can happen in the game, it's usually when I'm involved. The game hates me.
I'm focusing on it right now, so. We're a safe distance.
So whenever we come up to a road to cross, since there's 2 of us, I'll pick one direction and call it out. So 3 is covering north clear. You will pick the opposite direction.
2's covering south clear.
Alright, now since there's only 2 of us, essentially we're going to keep facing our direction and cross at the same time. That way nothing comes up behind you, hits you, or shoots you in the back. Now if we have multiple people, so if we had a full 4-man team and we were coming up in line with the road, number 1 would take one direction, number 2 would take the other direction, leaving a gap in between you. What that simulates is your teammates not crossing your line of fire. Because I've learned in this game that the enemies can shoot through your teammates to get you, but you cannot shoot through your teammates to kill an enemy. So you want to leave that gap, that way they can take on anything that happens upon you. If you're running parallel the road like we're standing now, number 1 is going to watch the direction you're moving to, and number 4 will turn around and watch the rear. 2 and 3 will cross, they'll split. As soon as you hear your direction is covered, you'll say 2 crossing, 3 crossing, 1 crossing, whatever it may be. Once you get to the other side, you'll say set. Now, me personally, when I'm running an op, I will say all set, and that's when I expect the whole team to sound off to let me know we're all on the same side of the road. That way no one gets left behind. Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, do you know the difference between cover and concealment?
Like in combat?
Just in general.
Yeah, like covered being like you actually have, you're not going to get hit, you're behind an object. Concealment meaning they just can't see you well, but you're still open to fire.
Okay, so the exact definition. Concealment is anything that conceals your presence from the enemy. A bush, a fence, anything that they cannot see through. Cover is anything that keeps you from getting shot. So rocks, big trees, concrete walls, some vehicles, although you got to be careful because they will blow up. If it stops bullets, that's cover. So this fence would be concealment.
Yeah.
The big ass rock would be cover.
Yep.
Pretty logical. Alright, so what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and get into a concealed position on the fence. On this side.
Oh, on your side?
Yep, same side we're on. Thank you for picking the solid portion and not the other. So clearly, all holes are filled in. That will conceal you from the enemy. Whereas that, on the other hand, is just an exercise in futility.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to go over now is bounding the way we do it in the server. And bounding is typically used when you're moving up on an enemy. The whole goal is to keep your entire team in cover and or concealment until you reach your objective. So in this case, we're going to say that at the door of that house is an enemy that we want to kill. So we're going to get into a concealed position on the fence. Now the way this works is whoever's at the front, doesn't matter what their number is, they're going to pick a spot for their teammate to move to that will give them cover and or concealment. Now, since we lost our other guy, we're going to change numbers here. You're going to be 2 now, and I'm going to be 1. Helo inbound. Let's make sure we're not going to have to hit the deck. Nope. Okay, we're good. Alright, so I'm going to look ahead. So I will ping a location. You have your pings turned on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say 2, move to location. You will say 2 moving. There you go.
2 covered.
Yep. So when you get to your spot, you'll say 2 set, and then you will look for a position for me to move to that offers cover and or concealment. One's moving. Did you ping the fence or the rock?
The fence.
Okay.
Or you can do whatever.
It's the pings are kind of sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
So basically, you'll keep going through the number sequence until your team lead either tells you to stop or you reach your destination.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to move up to the door. Go ahead and collapse in on me. Okay, so now we're going to go over breaching. We have 2 forms of breaching that we use. One is a cross breach, which is the most common, and the other one is a wing breach. So this door offers the prime example. So if you're going to cross breach, you're going to have a guy set up on each side. So with these boxes, if we had a full 4-man team, 3 guys would have to set up on this side, 1 guy on this side. Reason being, if you set up on the box, and if you come stand by me, someone comes around the corner of this building, they're going to see you before your teammates see them.
Yeah.
By being in this position, someone creeps around that corner, you're already looking that way, you're going to see them before they see whoever is in front of the box.
Yeah.
Make sense? So in a cross breach, whoever's stacked on the door will always crouch. The reason you do that is the guy behind you is going to be standing up. So if you're standing and he sees an enemy, he can't shoot. Also, they're going to be the one that throws a flashbang into the building. So a lot of the times when we breach, whoever's in the one position on the door will call for a flashbang to be thrown. As soon as the flashbang goes off, you're headed into the room.
Yeah.
Again, you'll hear 1 breaching, 2 breaching, 3 breaching, 4 breaching, wherever the number rotation falls. The first man doesn't necessarily have to be first through the door. Your team lead also doesn't have to lead from the front. So if
you guys, oh, sorry, you can go.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you guys practically like do like how I used to call it. We used to how if you have a man in the back, it's called like a dead man swing. That's what we call it. It's the guy in the back kind of exposes himself to kind of wing over and.
Well, see, what they do is, so if your first man's crouched on the door and he calls for a flashbang, the guy behind him is going to come just off his shoulder enough to get the flashbang into the room without exposing himself.
Yeah.
So he still wants to make sure whoever's in the room can't see him, but they can get the flashbang into the room and not blind the entire team. Which has happened multiple times. So on a cross breach, you can see, I can already see the left side of the room, and you can already see the right side of the room.
Yeah.
So cross breach, once the flashbang goes off, you're going to move to the right, I'll move to the left. What you're calling out, doorways, stairwells, windows, any place an enemy can come through, come down, or shoot you through.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, and on a wing breach, basically everybody will be on one side. First man in will basically J. They'll come around the corner straight to the left. Second man will go to the right. Third man comes down the center. Fourth man turns around, watches the door. That way your rear is always covered. Wing breach, same thing. First man heads off to whatever side they're facing. Second man heads to the side they're facing. Third man takes the center. Fourth man enters, watches the door. Seems logical?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to do a simulated breach here. So this is going to be a cross breach. Don't forget to crouch since you're the first man on the door. Alright, so once the simulated flashbang goes off, we'll breach. You're automatically going to call out anything you see that an enemy can come in, down, or shoot you through. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, bang, flashbang went off. Breaching.
2 breaching.
Doorway left.
2 windows. 1. I don't know why I said 2 windows. I was just thinking of that. I was just like, yo, 2 windows. I was going to say, like, hold on, why didn't I say window right, window back wall?
Yeah. And then we use basically compass bearings. So if you don't have your compass turned on, you may want to, just to make it a little easier.
Yeah.
So
yeah, window north side, window west side.
Yep. And then I'm immediately going to set up on the door that I see, just because that's a place where an enemy can come through. Make sense?
Yeah.
And then in this one, this will be a wing breach. So I'm the first man, and the first man doesn't necessarily have to go in and to the left. Just whichever way he goes, you're going the opposite.
Got it.
So bang, flashbang went off. Breaching. Left clear.
Breaching. Right clear.
Explosives left.
Doorway west side.
There you go. Thank you for getting behind cover and not just standing in the middle of the door. So whenever you see a door, you either want to stack on it or get in a covered position where you can see them before they can see you. Another thing, when you're breaching, you want to look for things that are going to put a damper on your day. So if you look to the back of this room, and I cannot stress enough, do not shoot the box. So this box here, closed. Completely safe. That box there, open. Do not shoot, it will blow up.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Never known that.
Yes. And as many times, the reason we stress so much, do not shoot it, is because a lot of people don't know that, and everybody wants to see it blow up. Well, we've all been blown up a lot.
So that box right here, I can just fire?
Yes, the closed box, you could hit it with a LMG and empty the mag. The open box, you hit it with one round, and you better not be standing next to it.
Now I kind of want to see how big. I've never seen it before.
We're going to, but we're going to do it from outside.
Yeah.
All right. So come on outside. See the box?
Yep. Oh. That would not be. Oh. That would not be fun.
Now you see why we stress, do not shoot the box. So any questions about breaching?
No. No.
And then, so just know if you ever see an open explosive box, you want to call that out, especially if you're on that side. That way your teammates don't inadvertently blow it up trying to take out an enemy that comes from that direction.
Yeah.
So find yourself a bush, become one with the bush, and throw a drone up in the air. So in our server, we define HVTs, or high value targets, as the following: your red hats or commanders, your bagman. They're easy to see because they're always wearing a plate carrier and a suit and just carrying a pistol. Red hats are easily identifiable because of the red hat. Radio op is also another HVT. And last ditch, if there's no other HVTs available, a drone operator can make an emergency HVT. Otherwise, they're the first to die because they're going to fuck your day up faster than anybody else.
Yeah.
And compliments of faction warfare, all of our groups are dead. Okay, so if you look to the northwest, you will see a group of 3 marked Alpha.
Yep.
So what you're going to do at your own time, once I finish giving you instructions, is you're going to take out that group. Now, the way you're going to do it is you are going to knife at least one and kill the rest with your pistol. Don't care which one. I just need to see you knife one, kill 2. On your time, have at it. And make sure you let me know you're moving.
2 moving. No suppressor, right?
With or without on you, it's entirely your choice. Very good. Now go ahead and knock him out. Put 2 to his head. Anytime you... Hey, that... Whatever works. Sometimes you come out unscathed, sometimes not so much. Whenever you capture anything, be it an HVT...
Oh, heli. Or...
Is that an Azrael?
Yeah.
God damn it. Get in cover. Every time I run one of these BCTs, we have a shit ton of Azraels.
Alright, safe distance.
Alright, back up. Okay, so anytime you capture an HVT or capture anything, you're always going to knock them out, put 2 in the dome.
Got it.
Now, if you throw your drone back up and look toward the ATC on the southwest south side, you will notice a Tango marked Bravo. You got eyes on?
Oh. Over there. I was looking at the Bravo one, so.
You'll see the Bravo mark.
Yeah.
That is a radio operator. That is our HVT. He has a buddy in there with him. I don't care what you do with his buddy, but bring me my HVT alive. On your time.
Alright, 2 moving. Putting suppressor on for this.
Good call, because there's drones on the bridge.
Also, it's a closed building, so I don't
Yeah.
want. I
Good
don't want to. I want to be able to get as close as possible.
Just know in our server we use a lot of bullet lures. A lot. They will become your friend.
Two, holding. Two moving.
Copy.
Vehicle, outside entrance
Of the
of the ATC.
should be unoccupied. The guy should be down on the bridge.
Two breaching. Turning off NVGs.
Oh, check that out. Oh shit, you have an extra rifleman in the building. Since we have an extra person, I went ahead and marked him Alpha.
Thank you. Bro, what? How does he not? He just died. I saw if I shoot him in the feet. Realistically.
No, whenever, unless it's like a mission objective, you can't shoot them. The only time they'll collapse where you can pick them up and carry them off is if it's an actual mission objective for a game mission. So, since Alpha is still alive, for our intents and purposes, he's now going to be the new HVT. And you're going to want to move as slow as possible to get out of that building. You got a helo on scene.
Okay.
So if there's still a Tango left alive in that building, grab him and he'll be your stand-in HVT. Alpha has moved outside with his buddies. Helo broke station, so you're free to move out.
Got it. Are we allowed in-game to grab enemy weapons if needed or no?
Normally you can grab it and ditch it when you leave the base. During BCT, no.
Okay.
So you've got a 2-man just outside of the ATC to the east.
Yep.
Kill one, bring the other one back to simulate an HVT. Is he secured?
Yep.
Alright,
Secured.
bring him back to the helo.
Go to that B.
Stand by. I will get there and give you a ping.
Uh,
Okay, stand at the front of the helo. And you are going to take a selfie. Make sure your face and his face is included and send it in to the PlayStation party we're in.
so do I like DM it to you or?
You can typically send it as a message in the party. If you can't, just send it directly to me.
I don't think I can in this case, so I'm just gonna send it right to you. Send.
Okay. Don't spot us. Thank you.
Nope, we're good.
Bear with me here. Okay, go ahead and knock him out and put 2 in his dome. And now that you've sent the message in, I will explain it to you. The reason we have them send that picture, and you'll need to know this in the event you decide to become a BCTO later on, is it lets us confirm the settings without them realizing we're confirming their settings. So if their gear score's on, if their compass isn't set right, you'll be able to see all of that from that screenshot.
Oh.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So it seems kind of pointless, but there's a purpose behind everything we do. We've caught guys running with their gear score on. We've caught guys with their mini map with the ally markers and enemy markers all working. And that means that they didn't really pay attention when they went through and read our settings. We all play on the same settings for a reason. Puts us all on an even tilt, and it doesn't give anybody an advantage short of time playing the game. That's the reason we do that. Now, I will tell you that some branches are more restrictive. But that's for you to determine if that's your type of play style or something you want to do. That's why I tell you, make sure you play with everybody. Every branch has their own rules. Every branch has their own uniforms. You just got to determine which one suits your play style.
Got it.
So, with that being said, pilots in.
2 in, last man on.
So, are you familiar with the terms halo and hey-ho?
No.
Okay, so halo is high altitude, low opening. Hey-ho is high altitude, high opening. They're parachute styles.
Okay.
Most of what we do is halo. So we'll jump right around from 1,000 feet and pull our chute as comfortable to the ground as you feel you can safely do so without splat.
Yeah.
Very rarely will we do a hey-ho just because you're dangling in the air like a tea bag for far too long. How comfortable would you say you are with parachuting? High, medium, or low? And now is not the time to be cocky.
I'll probably say like medium. I've done it
Okay.
a couple times, but I've had a couple accidents. So.
I always warn everybody, now is not the time to be cocky, and you will understand why momentarily. Are you familiar with baseball terminology?
Baseball?
The field.
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
baseball.
Yes.
Like, okay. I got
Pilot's
like,
out.
Sports-wise, yes. This
Okay,
wise,
it'll make me a lot. It makes it a lot easier for me to explain this. Okay, so the pitcher's mound.
Yeah.
When you jump, that is going to be your target. Now, where your feet hit is what determines pass or fail, not where you roll. You want to aim for the pitcher's mound.
Got it.
That's an automatic pass. The grass between the pitcher's mound and the baseline is a pass with 10 up downs. I'll explain more of that in a moment. If you land anywhere outside of the baseline, it is a fail. That's 20 up downs and you repeat the jump. Up downs, super easy. Press and hold O, down, press and hold O, up, that's 1. Down, up, 2.
We have
Makes sense.
an enemy right there, so just warning you.
What enemy?
I don't know. I saw one there.
Alright, so now we're going to get in the helo. Hopefully more of his friends don't show up.
The only reason I said I don't know, you ever see this thing back in like the Korean War, how the Korean artillery somehow managed to hit the, like one of the American battleship and then decimated the whole hill?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, oh, I don't know what enemy you're talking about.
Alright, and you said medium.
Yeah.
Alright, so medium gets you to this point about 1,000 feet and aimed toward your objective. You'd have said high, I'd have been about 500 clicks off the water. I'd max out altitude, spin you in a circle, and then face you away from it to jump. That's why I say now is not the time to be cocky. So, whenever you're jumping, and you will have a basic parachute license by completing BCT, which simply means you can jump from any airborne vehicle. You cannot base jump until you take the paratrooper course.
Okay.
Alright, so whenever you're coming to jump, the pilot is going to be the one that determines who gets out when. And they will call right side out, left side out, or call you specifically by number. You're the last man, you're going to say last man. When you pull your chute, you're going to say chute deployed. And when you land, you're going to say boots on ground.
Got it.
Alright, so right side off.
Alright, 2 last man off.
Alright. Normally I would jump with you, but we needed to go collect some stuff.
Chute deployed. Ah. This would be 20 or 10.
Where did you land?
Like right here.
Right on the, okay. We'll call it 10 and a pass. That's close.
I low-key want to feel like what the highs can now be like. Just to see like how cocky
Oh,
people
come on, let's go.
high.
Well, give me my 10 first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just imagine being like a baseball game and you see some guy just do this.
Oh,
6,
they do it all the time.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
The Army parachute team is always jumping into sports events. All right.
No, but I mean, like, you see some guy, like random, like you're in, like, a little kid's game, and some guy, like, jumps into your, like, thing from a parachute and just fails and starts, like, doing a bunch of, like, pull-ups and shit, push-ups and shit.
So, when you say high confidence, do, do, do.
Have people made it from here before, or?
No, the one guy that we said had he said he had high confidence. He landed 3 clicks away from the baseball field. So basically, he landed over by Parliament.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah. So you max the hideout, and then screw with their bearings. Okay, go for it.
2 out. Parachute deployed. Over on the bullseye.
Yep, I just watched you land.
So am I the first person then officially to get high confidence bullseye, or?
We had
Official
one
BCT
guy
or-
do it.
I'll take
The
second
first
then.
one
Take
that
it.
did it failed miserably. Like he wasn't
I'm
even
the-
close.
Like, I'm the first one who passed, though.
Yeah, if you would have hit the baseball field, I would have been impressed based on that guy. Because you see where the baseball field is, and he landed over by the Parliament building.
I don't understand how you missed it that bad. It's not even that hard to see.
Because he was cocky. That's why I cannot stress enough, now is not the time to be cocky. Alright, so that officially is your BCT and your pass. Now we have to go collect your items that you need, and you said you needed the Army jacket and
the NVGs.
the NVGs. Gotcha. So go ahead and get back on the helo.
2 on, last man.
And bear with me here. Okay. Da-da-da-da. So we are going to head to the startup. And that is in Fjordlands. as you can tell, we don't really take people that often, so
Yeah.
we all know where it is. It's just it's hard to remember. We have a lot of stuff to remember. That's a SAM site. Oh, come on. It's right next to a bivouac. You get bonus points if you can find it before I do. It's scale or step up startup is what we're looking for. And it's in the Fjordlands in channels. Glad it's not there. Crap. Alright, this is going to get interesting. There is a side mission there. Oh, we're not clearing out the factory. Alright, so the bivouac that's closest to there, Harbor Cove, we're going to go ahead and fast travel to that since your BCT is actually over. And I'm going to shut the stream off because this is about to get interesting. So your army jacket, we get to try and sneak around a behemoth.